Coming up on Famous.
I don't stop to think about it too much because I'm afraid if I stop to think about it, it'll stop. You know, it'll just like all of a sudden I'll disappear, you know, and I'll be back in Oz or you know, wherever you go. I'll be back home in the Bronx.
Drive and ambition helped catapult Jennifer Lopez to fame and stardom. It's no accident she's achieved so much success. She had lofty goals right from the start.
I expected her to spit fire, and she was, she's sweet and fun and funny.
She has an ability to sort of like sit down in a natural mode of behavior and still strike some incredible pose that makes you think, God, classic movie star.
She reminds me of some of those big old-fashioned movie stars of the 40s and 30s, you know, Lana Turner, Rita Hayworth, Joan Crawford. She has that ability. She also got a nice butt, too.
Jennifer's got movie star style, but she's also a savvy businesswoman, overseeing her career with an eagle eye. As one of a handful of Latina women who've headlined a major motion picture, Jennifer knows she's a role model.
Although I don't do it for the purpose of, you know, trying to, you know, be a role model or anything like that. You know, I do it because it's what I love doing. I wanted to be an actress. That was my goal. But if that in turn, you know, is inspiring to somebody else, then this is a wonderful thing. Ah, pull on the reins!
There are a lot of reasons Jennifer is a household name, according to entertainment reporter Wendy Wheaton, host of TheHollywoodScoop.com.
Jennifer Lopez is a very likable person in terms of what she has to offer audiences. She's very beautiful, and she's also quite talented, as you know, in many different arrays, from music to movies and also television.
Lopez was born July 24, 1970, in the Bronx, New York. She's the middle of three sisters. She started taking singing and dancing lessons at age 5. Jennifer says that flat part on the bridge of her nose was the result of a car accident when she was 13. After high school, Jennifer's parents weren't happy with her choice of show business as a career, so she left home.
I'm from a Latino family, and, you know, people like us don't really, you know, we're not movie stars almost, and we don't have that many examples to go by. And for me, at that time, to say, this is what I want to do, the odds seem so great. Yeah. And your parents just want you to have stability. They just want you to be safe. They want to know you're going to be okay. So it was hard for them to swallow, but when I got my first job and I got, you know, I went off and decided that I wasn't going to go to college and I was going to really pursue this full time, that was scary for them.
Jennifer's professional career started early, at age 16, with a small part in the movie My Little Girl. But her first big break came in 1990, when she successfully auditioned to become a fly girl hip-hop dancer on TV's In Living Color.
Jennifer Lopez isn't someone that all along always got recognition. She really worked hard for what it was, and she stayed true to herself and true to dancing.
I feel lucky with everything I've gotten to do. I mean, I started in television, and before that I was a dancer, and I did musical theater. In
Living Color led to more TV roles, and eventually the big screen. Lopez made a small but memorable appearance in My Family, Mi Familia, an epic focusing on a Mexican-American family.
And action!
Later in 1995, the producers of the Wesley Snipes Woody Harrelson movie Money Train were searching for an actress to play a tough, street-smart leading lady. Jennifer knew she fit the bill, but had to go through a lengthy audition process to get the role.
It took forever to decide on this role, which is okay, I guess. The first time I went in for it was in September, and the role wasn't written yet, and the casting director was like, you know, there's this part in this movie, it's probably going to be Wesley and Woody. It was probably going to be. It wasn't even all set yet. And they're going to write in this character, and I think you would be good for it.
Here we go!
Auditions were complete by Christmas, and director Joseph Rubin asked her to get in top shape for the role.
I'm athletic anyway. I'm an athlete. You know, I've been a runner and a dancer and all this stuff. So it was easy for me to do the action stuff. The hardest thing, I think, every actor will tell you who does action and is to sit down and do a scene.
While Lopez was physically prepared, she still had to hold her own opposite Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
I very much wanted her to be comfortable. I wanted her to feel comfortable and
and like a woman, you know, sensual and yet alive, and
give it
not
opportunity,
just an object.
You know, because that's, I mean, you know, sometimes young artists come in to working with, you know, veterans or more seasoned or bigger
like
notoriety, whatever, and they can be a little bit intimidated.
They're really huge celebrities, so you know, it was a little intimidating at first thinking about working with them, and then to get in a room and you're sitting there with them, with the director, and it's your first big movie. It was really scary, and they made me feel really comfortable.
Money Train was a big budget picture. Unfortunately, that didn't translate into big box office. The next year, Jennifer went after a movie with a smaller budget, Jack. It would give her the chance to work with Robin Williams and noted director Francis Ford Coppola.
She's talking to the whole class.
I read the script, and it was written as a 35-year-old Miss Wargo, and I just loved the script, and I knew Francis was directing, and I knew Robin was in it, and I said to myself, you know, I really want to be part of this project. It's a beautiful script, and I don't get moved by so many scripts. You read so many, and they don't touch you, but this one really did, so I said, how about I come in for the part of the teacher?
With Jennifer in the role, Miss Yargo became Miss Marquez. Coppola invited the entire cast to his Northern California mansion as a kind of summer camp. He insisted they call each other by their characters' names.
Francis, from the beginning, established our relationships. We only knew each other by Miss Marquez, Jack. So, you know, the first day I walked in, I was introduced as Miss Marquez. I began teaching class. They always saw me as Miss Marquez. I always saw Robin as Jack. I called him Jack until the day we wrapped.
A more sensual part followed in Blood and Wine, a movie Jennifer wanted to make for one reason, Jack Nicholson.
Well, he's a living legend, you know, so it's very intimidating, and you know, to get close to him, you don't know at first, you know, okay, can I say this to him? Can I talk to him? Can I go up to him? And then after a while, it's just like, Jack, what's up? You know?
Working with Jack Nicholson and Robin Williams were both great opportunities. But as it turns out, Jennifer's breakthrough role came with no big names attached.